See if I can be seen. Can anyone see me? Can anyone see me? Can anyone see me? Can anyone see me? See if I can get my camera together. Can anyone see me? See if I can get my camera together. Not sure if anyone can see what I'm doing right now. Hopefully you can. Not sure if anyone can see what I'm doing right now. Hopefully you can. See what I'm doing right now. Okay. Okay. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get started because I'm not sure if this is working. And if you have logged in to the webinar, please go ahead and log in to the chat room so I can see any questions. So the chat room is going to be this little purple box down here. It says, "This group is too small to use. Please resize it." You're going to click on there and it's going to ask you for a username. You can type in your name or create an alias if you don't want to give your name. And then create an alias. And then we can see then I can see what you're saying. So please bear with me. This is my first webinar and I'm trying to get the kinks out. So I am going to go ahead and get started. Looks like we have 2 viewers. Let's close that. Okay, so let's get started. Hi, welcome. My name is Anastasia, and I am going to be showing you my my webinar on how to purchase spa equipment safely in Alibaba. The reason I came up with this webinar is because I shared a couple of purchases that I made in some of the SD Facebook groups, and people really seemed to respond well to it. They had questions. Some people didn't respond well to it because of the stigma surrounding making purchases online from China. And I feel like with most things in life, that really comes down to misinformation, and then also, certain preconceived conceptions about what it means to buy overseas. And I've purchased a lot of equipment um, online through Alibaba. I have a hydrodermabrasion machine that comes with radio frequency, ultrasound. It also has an ultrasonic scrubber. It has a oxygen sprayer, and it also has separate canisters for different serums. I also have an LED machine that I've purchased from Alibaba. I have retail products that I've purchased from there, like a Ferio-esque skin scrubber that I also had branded through the manufacturer. So, a lot of people shop through Alibaba, and a lot of people do it successfully, but there's just a few things that you want to keep in mind when doing so. So what we will learn today, you're going to learn how to identify credible sellers. You're going to also learn how to contact these sellers, and then how to securely purchase your items once you've identified the seller and the item that you want to purchase. So I'm going to kind of go through the slides that I have with some highlighted bits of information on the slides. And then once I'm done going through the slides, we're actually going to go into Alibaba, and I can show you there, in live time, some of the bits and bobs of purchasing, so you can see those there. So next slide, and I'm sorry if there's anyone in the chat room. It doesn't look like there's anyone logged in. I'm having a hard time viewing some of that there, but let me double check. Anyway, let me go back here. So the first screen is like the general search screen that you'll see when you're looking up items on Alibaba. Up here in the search bar, I typed in microdermabrasion machine, and from there it'll give you a bunch of different items fitting that criteria. A lot of these machines you may have seen before on certain websites, Advanced Aesthetics, Amazon, other websites where they sell these products. All they've done is what I've done. Contacted the seller through Alibaba or directly to the factory, purchased a large amount of the items, and requested custom branding. So the branding will be like a label or some identifier that makes it specific to that company. Advanced Aesthetics is one of like the big players that I've seen that have done this. I can go on their website, literally shop there to find the machine that I want, and then go on Alibaba and purchase the item for Alibaba for a fraction of the cost. So right here in this red rectangle, I have a filter highlighted that I found to be most useful when searching. One is minimum order quantity, and this is good for certain devices and retail products that you may be interested in selling, because you want to know what the minimum order is required for the seller to actually sell you that item. So if you're looking for one hydrodermabrasion machine, you're not going to want a seller that wants you to place an order of at least 10. They'll deny your order request. And then you have an area here to also put in your price range. So I am hard pressed to find anything over $1,000. unless it's a larger device, such as like a hydrofacial machine. That whole setup is available here on Alibaba. It's like verbatim, just without the hydrofacial logo on it. And those run about $1,000 and up. But again, that's a fraction of what it costs when you purchase it from um, that company, Hydrofacial. And then you always want to sort by best matches. Um, and this is where I start first with my filters. Next, once you've identified your item, you'll see it in a window that kind of appears like this. So this is how to identify your seller's credibility. And one area is, like I mentioned before, number one is the cost of the item and their minimum order quantity. So it's one set or one item. It's not a set of two. That price always varies, so you always have to contact the seller that day to see what their going price is. It can vary on how the factory is producing items. If they're selling a lot of items, they're probably going to have a higher price. If they're not selling as many items, they'll have a lower price because they want to move those items. Section number 2, there's actually warranty coverage available with these items, contrary to popular belief. A lot of people think because you're ordering the item from China that you're not going to get a warranty. I have this machine with a 3-year warranty, and they've already helped me a great deal with my device after I've purchased it. Now, the 3 area that I have sectioned off here is pretty important as well. It tells you the factory name, it tells you how long they've been in business for 5 years, and Alibaba has a nifty area here that ranks their sellers by like level. So this is a gold level supplier. That means they have good standing with Alibaba. They do a lot in sales, and they're very good with communicating. They're a trustworthy seller. And the next section here, it comes with trade assurance. So trade assurance means Alibaba is like eBay. They don't actually sell any items. They just help negotiate sales from the buyer and the seller. So this trade assurance here shows that Alibaba will basically support you and back you on any claims with your purchases. Like, say if you purchase an item and it never comes, the trade assurance Alibaba will get your money back for you from this item. Section number 4, it shows that the seller has had 61 transactions through Alibaba on the last 6 months, grossing over $2,030. I'm sorry, $2,230. And the response rate is 81%. So they're very responsive. And then they kind of give you like a little blurb here if anyone's left a review on the company. And then straight from the search window, you could contact the seller or chat with them now. I prefer to do the contact supplier box here because China is on different time. Normally this time now, 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, is their morning. So they're just now starting to answer emails. They're going to be more responsive to your communications versus during our daytime. A lot of times when you're chatting back, they'll actually tell you they need to go to bed. So keep in mind the time difference when you're shopping and trying to contact your seller, which leads us into the next section. The 3 ways to contact sellers. So I found there are 3 different ways to contact your sellers in Alibaba, and all of them are very safe, but some of them have their drawbacks. So this middle option here in the middle is contacting the seller directly in the Alibaba website, which is the highest recommended way of contacting your seller, because Alibaba has recorded your conversation. Alibaba has record of your conversations. You can always go back and see your negotiations. Um, it's just a safer record of your communications if you're wary about chatting with your seller on Alibaba, but it's a little bit slower, which leads to the third way, WhatsApp. A lot of sellers, when you contact them first in Alibaba, they'll ask if it's okay to contact you through WhatsApp because it's faster for them. They can respond back in real time. It's just a smoother transaction. As you can see here, this is one of my first contacts with a seller, and we're responding pretty quickly back and forth here. You can see at 12:51 p.m. he responds, 12:52 I respond. It's really quick chat, and then they have your they have your email information through Alibaba if that you need to send an invoice or get a quote on prices. So this is a good way, but it's outside of Alibaba, so that kind of may present itself as an issue if you want to make sure that you have a secure communication, a record, so it's outside of Alibaba. The last section is through email, and this is one of my least favorite options, but you can get, as you can see, more visuals for items because they will attach it right into the email. You can see the model, the model number, the wholesale cost, how much it costs to purchase a sample. Samples, that's a good segue. So if you're looking to buy smaller items in larger numbers, or if you want to have a product custom manufactured, you always want to have a sample a sample sent to you first before you decide to create a large sale with a higher minimum order quantity. And that shouldn't cost you very much. And then it has some, and then below that section, it has some other information to follow along with to continue on the back and forth conversation. But the email has a little bit of a drawback because if you're going back and forth, you're going to keep on getting email chimes. You're going to have to keep on refreshing your phone or your laptop to see what the representative says, and then you end up with this long thread of email. But then also they have your email information, and then periodically or pretty regularly they'll send you like sales product information, or they'll reach out to you. Like if you decide you don't want to purchase from them, they'll continue to reach out to you asking you, oh, why haven't you decided to go with us or to purchase with us? And that can be pretty annoying. The people that you're speaking with, their job is to generate sales. They want to finish the deal with you, so they're going to be somewhat aggressive and with reaching out to you and contacting you. That can be a little bit annoying, but if you feel more secure with if you want to go the email route, that's just something you have to deal with, and you can just politely tell them, I don't wish to receive any more emails, and they'll cease. So the next part is, how do you pay your seller? There's various ways that you pay for your item through Alibaba. The first is directly through Alibaba, and this is the most secure. This is the easiest, and this is the way that I recommend doing it most, because you can give your credit card information, your debit card, and bank information, and it's all secure through Alibaba's website. Also, some sellers will ask to make your payment through PayPal. That is also easier, but the sellers tend not to like taking payment through PayPal because PayPal takes a high percentage for them, and they don't get a lot, and they don't get the full amount of the item price for when you're buying your product. So that's another way that's like second to last on the annoying scale. And the third way is Western Union, which is the most annoying way to actually buy your item through Alibaba. And that's because of basically just the communication gap and it being international. It's hard to decipher what the street address is, what zip code, what information goes where, whose name goes where. You have to actually physically leave your house and go to a Western Union location. You can't do Western Union online when you want to pay money internationally. So that's the most annoying way. And if I find the item through a seller and that's the only way that they want to take payment, I won't purchase the item from them. And before you purchase any item, you always want to get an invoice emailed to you. And after you've made a payment, you always want to get a receipt with tracking information. And the tracking information, you want to get that as soon as you can, to make sure your item doesn't get lost on its way over from China, because it can either come by plane, which is really fast, or it can come by ship, which can take a few days. So be prepared, and ask how they're going to ship your item to you. And they'll normally tell you that when you're asking them what's the cost of shipping. But if you're purchasing through Alibaba, you don't have to worry about that, because you've gotten your quote, you've gotten your invoice, you've gotten your receipt, all in one step. Some don'ts. And these are kind of common sense don'ts. Don't give your information, your bank information, or your credit card information in WhatsApp. Duh. And don't give your email, and don't give your payment information via email. That it's unsecure. You're not getting a receipt. You have no record or transaction of money exchanging hands within Alibaba, and you also don't have any trade insurance that's offered through Alibaba. So your money can definitely just get lost in the wind. Also, don't use foreign or untrusted wire services. There's a few other companies that offer wiring, cash wiring internationally. Some sellers have have been in contact with, have told me about these options. I've never used them before. I don't plan on trying to use it and decipher it. So I'm just like, no, I'll just pay directly through Alibaba. And don't be bullied into making your decisions if you don't feel 100% comfortable with the sale, with the cost, or with that seller. If you feel inky, just, go on to the next one. There are so many sellers that sell the same items that you'll find someone who will mesh with you and make you feel comfortable. And then you can pay in a way that makes you feel comfortable. So thank you for that part. I'm going to try and refresh this page again to see if I've gotten any questions. It says, I can't see slides. Can't see slides, can hear you. Oh, sugar. How about now? So if you guys can't see the slides, I will send them out to you so that you can see the slides. Yeah, my bummer. So if you guys can't see the slides, I will actually send them out to you via email so that you can have them. My bad. Why is that flipped? That's strange. Let me see if I can fix this. Okay, so I'm sorry about that, guys. You can't see the slides. Ugh, I guess the only way to really get this webinar thing right is to get messy and learn by doing. So I'm gonna go into Alibaba. Let me see if you guys can see that now. So I'm actually in Alibaba now, and I'm gonna go through basically the slides in real time, so that, like, basically go over what I did in real time in the slides so that you can again see them. I'll reiterate what I said because I know some people couldn't see what I was seeing in the slides. And again, I'm very sorry for that, but let's start here. So what's a device? we'll just go again with with a hydro dermabrasion machine, because that's my favorite device that I use in the spa, and it seems to be pretty popular right now. So I'm in Alibaba. These are the search results. And as we scroll through, we can see the different models that are available. So look, this is my item that I purchased, not through this seller, but it's the same device. A lot of these factories make the same devices. They look carbon copied, so you don't have to worry about which seller you're buying from. The way it is in the picture is basically how it's going to come to you. And I've seen this item again on Advanced Aesthetics for about $4,000 to $5,000, and here it's listed from $450 to $659. And then we have some of these items here, multifunctional machines. We have galvanic and hydrodermabrasion, very similar to the hydrofacial machines. This is the previous hydrodermabrasion machine that I came. It was a hydrodermabrasion, oxygen sprayer, and microderm all in one. Here we have, again, the hydrofacial-esque device. Same device. No lie, guys. Same device, same software. Hydrofacial has just put their logo on it, done a markup, and sold it along with their support and their training and their materials. So like their exclusive hydrofacial, like serums and add-ons and things like that. But these are the same machines. I'm not pulling your leg. So from this window, we can see the device. They'll give us a video of how the device works. They'll show it in the factories. This is the pricing based on how many units you buy. If you purchase one unit, it's $2,900. And from here, I'll look at the seller's information. So they've been in business for 9 years. They're based in China. They have a 5 out of 5 satisfaction rating. And I'm trying to see if they are a gold level seller. They have the trade assurance here. So your purchase is protected through Alibaba. Your purchase and your payment is protected through Alibaba. Let me go back and see what level they are. So they're a verified supplier, but they're not a gold level supplier. Gold level supplier, you're going to want to go with a gold level supplier. They have a good standing with Alibaba. Yeah, they have a good standing with Alibaba. Oops, clicked the wrong thingy. They have a good standing with Alibaba, and they make high purchases. So I would probably try to find similar products based off of this, and to see if I can find a supplier with a gold level. And then also here we see under warranty, it has a 3-year warranty. So you definitely get support. Their transaction level is pretty low. So it shows historically how many, purchases they've made, how many sales they've made through Alibaba. So let's say hypothetically, I'm comfortable with the seller. This is who I want to buy from. I would contact them here, go through a negotiation process. You could always haggle. Okay, I can see now. Hey, whoops, they're gone again. Okay, they're back. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Please bear with me. This is my first webinar. Hopefully in the future it'll be smoother, but I just really want to share this information with you guys because I am a firm believer in saving money. Okay, look. So now, okay, but this is a little bit of a mislead. So it has a price of $1 to $2. We all know that is untrue, but this is probably a ploy to get them ranked at the top of the list. Like if you're searching based on cost from lowest to highest, that puts them ahead with the pricing. But that's okay, because once you contact the supplier, you can find out how much the product is for one unit, one piece, and you'll type in the question, your question here, like, hey, I see this item. What is the current cost for this item and shipping? Thank you. Please get back to me. Short and sweet. A lot of them are using a translation app to because it's either going from Cantonese to Mandarin to English. So you want to keep it short, concise, so that your level of communication will be easy. And then again, like I said, sometimes after you contacted the supplier, they may ask you to chat through WhatsApp because it's faster and easier for them. But you are stepping out of the Alibaba platform, which doesn't keep a safe record. You lose that level of security with your communications. So it's best to keep it in Alibaba. But if you want the speed and you feel confident and you've been doing it for a while, like I have, you can go through WhatsApp. But once you finish your negotiations, definitely get them to send their quote to you through Alibaba so you can make your payment. I am going to show you my past orders just so you can see that screen. I'm going to log in here. You guys don't see my information. Ha ha ha. Keep that secret. So look, here is a hypodermabrasion machine with oxygen sprayer and other devices, and a skin analysis machine similar to what you've seen in a dermatologist for the low price of $1,300. The shipping fee was $180. I was able to get the hypodermabrasion machine cheaper because I was buying 2 items at once, which brought the price down. You can be pretty flexible with these guys in negotiating. Some of them will stick pretty firm to their price, but if you bundle it with another device or, offer to pay more on the shipping, they may drop the price for you. But look at this, $500. Just for kicks, I'm going to go to Advanced Aesthetics. I'm going to find this hypodermabrasion device. No thanks. Hydroderm. Go away, pop-up lady. Facial equipment, hypodermabrasion machines. So here's that same device. Guys, it's the same device. It's just called ZMETS on the side. And you get their warranty, quote unquote, and support, quote unquote, for basically 500 times that price that you've purchased. Come on. It's the same machine. Let's put this side by side. Let's put that side by side. That's the same machine. Even the picture is the same. It just has their ZMETS logo on the side. That's my machine that I have currently. I mean, if that, doesn't kind of ruffle your feathers a little bit, then I don't know what will. And they offer you financing. But hey, it's a business. They have to make money. But you can also come here, purchase the same device. I purchased mine for $500. And it also comes with the trade assurance. It also comes with a 1-year warranty where they will replace the items for you. My skin analysis machine, it came with software that was supposed to go with my laptop. It was outdated. I contacted my seller through WhatsApp to get an updated software. He was kind enough to email it to me in a zip file. But he definitely was going to make the option to send the disc, but it would have taken longer for a small device shipping from China with with shipping costs. So just to kind of recap, you're going to want to mostly contact your sellers in Alibaba. Keep your transactions to Alibaba if you can. PayPal is another option, but like I said, sellers don't generally like PayPal because PayPal has higher fees and they don't get their total costs when you send money through them. And then there's Western Union, which is a bit of a hassle because of translating the address information that you need to put in there, and you have to go to a physical location to Western Union money internationally. So it's always best to keep your transactions and communications within Alibaba. So now I'm going to go back into the chat room here. It says, I really appreciate you doing this. A new solo SD. I refuse to go into debt, but I need to know how to navigate Alibaba. This is so perfect. Thank you so much. Thanks, Jenny. I really appreciate you saying that. I'm a solo SD. I've been in business for 2 years, and I don't have the money to go into debt to keep up with the Joneses and, go with this shiny object syndrome. I really wanted to share this information with all of you guys because, I want to help out my fellow man, and the more people that do that, the further we can all go, the more successful our businesses can be, and we can even the playing field, with some of these other SDs that are, making the big bucks and have a lot to offer. Like I said, that concludes my presentation. Go back over. Where is the thingy? Lost all my windows. So I'm lost. I'm gone. But yeah, I lost all my windows. But I had a little thing on there, just one with my email to say thank you. Here we go. So I wanted to say thank you. If you guys have any questions for me, please feel free to email me any questions that you have. I'm going to try and make this webinar available on replay. Not quite sure how to do that yet, but I pinky promise I will send you the slides and a link for the replay so that you can watch it at a later date. Yeah, thanks so much. I know there's only a few people viewing at the moment, but like I said, questions, concerns, email me. I will make this available. Thank you for tuning in. Love you guys. Stay awesome. Bye.